Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Chameli Devi Institute of Pharmacy, Indore. Myself, Pramila Vishwakarma, Assistant Professor at CDIP. I am here again with another video, that is Suppositories Part 3. In previous two videos, we have discussed about suppositories, type of suppositories, basis of suppositories. So, in this video, I am going to discuss method of preparation of suppositories and packaging of suppositories. So, let's get started. So, the topic to be covered in this video: method of preparation of suppositories, packaging and storage of suppositories. So, let's start with method of preparation of suppositories. So there are three types of methods used in formulation of suppositories. First is molding from a melt or fusion method. Second is compression method or cold compression method. And third one is hand rolling and shaping. So from these three methods, the method most frequently used in small scale and industrial scale is molding. So, first method is molding from a melt and fusion method. So, this is commonly used method for the preparation of suppositories for dispensing purpose. So, in this method, suppository base and drug melted or fused over the water bath, and suppository molds are required for particular shape and size of suppositories. So suppositories molds are made up of metals or plastics. Traditional metals molds are in two halves which are clamped together with a screw. Now let's see the steps involving in this formulation or in this method. First is melting the base. So for melting the base, water bath is used. Second step is incorporating any required medicament or drug. Third is lubricating the mold. So some bases have tendency to adhere to the wall of suppositories mold or stick to the suppository mold. So for avoiding this type of problem, we have to lubricate the mold by the using of mineral oil or paraffin oil. After the completion of melting process, pouring the melt into the molds, allowing the melt to cool and congeal into suppositories, and at last removing the formed suppository from the mold. Now in this slide I am going to show how suppositories are prepared in laboratory by using molding or fusion method. So first of all, lubricate the mold with a suitable lubricant. You can use paraffin oil or mineral oil. Keep the mold on ice in the inverted position to cool and drain an excess of the lubricant. As I told, the lubrication is only required with those type of ways which are adhere to the mold or stick to the mold wall, but the lubrication of mold is not required in case of using emulsifying or synthetic type of base. In second step, heat the china dish or beaker over water bath and add the required quantity of base into it. When base is completely melted, so remove the china dish or beaker from water bath. When 2/3 of base melts, and stir thoroughly until whole of the mass melt. The process prevents overheating of the base. So after base is completely melt, the weigh quantity of or required quantity of powder medicament to be incorporated with the suppository base on an ointment tile. Weigh quantity of powder medicament to be incorporated with the base with the suppository base, so and mix it thoroughly with a flexible spatula. Transfer the mass into the suppository molds, which is shown in third image. After the pouring the mass into the cavity of suppository mold, remove the excess of mass with the help of sharp knife or blade when mass is properly set. Keep the mold over ice or in cool place for 10 to 15 minutes. Then open the molds and remove the suppositories from the mold. Wipe off the suppositories lightly with a clean cloth or filter paper and wrap the individual suppository in waxed paper. So the second method is compression molding or cold compression method. Compression molding is a method of preparing suppositories from a mixed mass of grated suppository base and medicament, which is forced into a special compression mold using suppository making machine. This method is useful for thermolabile and insoluble drugs because heating and stirring of the base with the medicament is not required. So in this method, pressure is used for the formulation of suppositories instead of fusion method, in which fusion of base and drug over the water bath occur. So the cold mass of the base containing the drug is compressed into suppositories using a hand operated machine or power operated machine. The suppository base and other ingredients are combined by thorough mixing. The friction of the process causing the base to be softened into a paste-like consistency. So this method can be used in thermolabile drugs or thermolabile substance. So what are the following steps used in the formulation of suppositories by cold compression method? So first of all, grated base or suppository base is used. For example, cocoa butter is used in grated form and all the ingredients are mixed with it. For the formulation of suppositories, cold compression machine is used for this complete procedure. So this is the machine. So in first step, suppository mass is placed into a cylinder, that is C cylinder, which is then closed. So this is the cylinder C where suppository mass is placed. So after the placing suppository mass in cylinder, pressure is applied from one end to release the mass from another end into suppository mold or die by means of piston P. So the compression of the prepared mass is done on hand or power operated compression machine. The remaining thread of mass passing into mold G, that is G, are compressed until a homogeneous fused mass is formed. So by the using of the pressure by means of piston, so prepared mass is go through the narrow mold or narrow opening into the mold or die of suppository. When the die is filled with the mass, a movable end plate, that is S or stop plate, at the back of the dies is removed, and when additional pressure is applied to the mass in the cylinder, so the formed suppositories are ejected. The end plate is returned and the process is repeated until all the suppositories mass has been used. Now the third method is hand rolling method. So it is the oldest and simplest method of suppository preparation, may be used when only a few suppositories are to be prepared in a cocoa butter base. So it is an ancient method of preparing the suppositories. The suppository base is rolled and then desired shape is given with the hand. This method nowadays is not used. So this method has the advantage of avoiding the necessity of heating the cocoa butter. A plastic-like mass is prepared by triturating grated cocoa butter and active ingredient in mortar pestle. So this method is like kneading a dough and making into a ball of dough. So the mass is formed in a ball in the palm of the hand, then rolled into the uniform cylinder or desired shape with a large spatula or small flat board on a pill tile. The cylinder is then cut into the appropriate number of pieces, which are rolled on one end to produce a conical shape. So after the formulation of suppositories, what are the packaging parameters of suppositories and what are the storage condition of suppositories? So suppositories are usually packed individually. So packaging material for suppositories can be tin or aluminium or paper or plastic. For example, aluminium foil or PVC polythene strips. Poorly packed suppositories may give rise to staining, breakage or deformation by melting. To avoid these type of problem, suppositories are usually packed in shallow partitions cardboard boxes which can hold them in upright position and do not allow them to come into the contact with each other. Glycerogelatin suppositories can be stored in tightly closed screw-capped glass container. Both cocoa butter and glycerogelated suppositories stored preferably in a refrigerator or refrigeration condition. Polyethylene glycol suppositories stored at usually room temperature without the requirement of refrigeration. Nowadays, suppositories are directly molded into primary packaging made of plastic material or aluminium, and the mold are sealed. The excess is trimmed off and finally packed in cartons. So most of suppositories are required to be stored in cold place so that they can retain their shape at the room temperature, except polyethylene glycol suppositories, which can usually stored at room temperature without requirement the refrigeration. So primary packaging of suppositories is done by aluminum foil or PVC polythene strips, and the secondary packing of suppositories is done in shallow partitions cardboard boxes. These cardboard is designed in this fashion so they do not allow them to come into the contact with each other to avoid staining, breakage or deformation of suppositories at different temperature. Thank you.